It's almost like slicing a cake and then making it shorter. That's what they did to my face. Hi everyone, Alex Marie here. Welcome to Cupcake Daisy. If you're new to my channel, this is a place where you get me and my personality. So you should check me out. If you happen to like my sense of humor, then you should subscribe. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming again and supporting me. Give away a cookie bouquet when I reach 100. So you should subscribe for that cookie bouquet. Or maybe a Sephora gift card, I haven't decided yet. So I'm dividing this video into the following categories: my diagnosis, before surgery, then we're gonna go into the day of, then post-op, and lastly, the verdict. Do I regret it? Do I recommend it? Would I do it again? That type of thing. Why did I need jaw surgery? A lot of people do it for a lot of different reasons. I had to get it done because I had an open bite. And I really don't have pictures. You know the pictures they take at the dentist where you like go like this and then they take a picture? I can't find those. But I can show you what an open bite looks like right now. See that? It doesn't close? That's an open bite. So why do I have an open bite after I got surgery? Alex, didn't you get the surgery to fix the open bite? Yes, I did. But here's the thing. My case was so bad and so extreme that if my doctor were to fix it 100% and make it look really, really nice inside, outside, I was gonna look bad. I'm gonna insert like a before picture like right here. Then my face now, I don't know if you can tell, but my face is actually shorter. So if my doctor were to fix the problem 100%, my face was going to look too short and I wouldn't look good. And that's what we did. So that's why I still have an open bite. It's a lot less than how it was before, but it's still there. Am I still insecure about it? Yeah, I am, which is why I want to talk about my mental state throughout all of this process, because it really was mentally draining for me. The procedure goes as follows. My bottom jaw was gonna move forward, and then my upper jaw was gonna go like this. So they were gonna cut a piece of bone, I think it was, yeah, they were gonna cut a piece of bone in my upper jaw and then just make it higher, like go like that. So that's why my face is shorter, because they literally cut a piece of my jaw off. Okay, so that's my diagnosis. Following into before surgery. Before surgery, I had to get braces for the second time. A lot of people don't know this, but when you go into jaw surgery, you need braces. And this is because they used to wire shut your mouth. That's not a common practice anymore. If you find a doctor who wants to wire shut your mouth, find a new doctor, because again, that's not common practice anymore. So you need the braces because your teeth need to move to your after position of your jaw, if that makes sense. And you also need them because, like, right post-op, for the first 6 weeks and months after that, you're going to be using some rubber bands to keep your mouth in place. I had braces for a total of 9 years, because I had them from 6th grade to junior year, and then I got them again my first year of college because I wanted to get this done. I had my braces on for an entire year before my doctor, my surgeon, finally said, yes, you're ready. You're ready for surgery. If you look up symptoms for people with like effed up jaws, you're gonna see more things like your jaw locks and pops and hurts, and you're gonna have eating problems. In my case, when I was in high school, I would usually have a sandwich for breakfast, like a ham and cheese sandwich for breakfast, and I would hate eating that in front of people because it was so flat and so thin, because they like made it sort of like a panini. They just like smashed it really well, and I would bite it and I could not, my teeth would not get through the ham in there because it would just stay open. So I would go like this, and you could see the indent on my bite in the bread, but not, the ham was untouched, literally untouched. definitely did play a big role in my self-esteem. Before surgery, I was having all those issues that you can look up on Google. One thing that happened to me about, I want to say, a month before my surgery, and this was very weird. I got this massive ear pain in my left ear that left me almost deaf for 2 weeks. I went to dozens of ENTs. They all said my ear was fine. They looked at it and they were like, your ear is fine. The last ENT I went to, he was like, do you have drop problems? I see you have braces. And I'm like, yes, I do. I'm actually getting surgery for it in a month. He was like, yeah, you should go to your doctor about this. So I went to my surgeon for this ear pain. And truth be told, it was my jaw causing this immense, excruciating ear pain that left me almost deaf. He prescribed me some really strong anti-inflammatory pills, and I had to take them for like 10 days or something like that. I was also doing things to prepare my body for this surgery. Like I said, it's really intense. You don't really think about it, but they're breaking your bones and putting them back together, and it changes your face. It's a really big surgery. So I wanted to prepare my body for it. Like, I wanted to be as healthy as possible to get better as fast as possible. So I was taking papaya enzymes, I was drinking a papaya smoothie every single day, and I was taking ginger teas every single night. And I want to say that it actually helped, because when I went to my doctor for my first post-op visit a week after my surgery, my swelling had gone down substantially. My doctor was super impressed by how fast my swelling went down. Okay, surgery time. So it was March 10th, 2017. So this was 3 years ago. It was about 5 a.m. I was having a major panic attack. So this is why I want to talk about my mental state. Before surgery, I was super excited to do this. I really, really wanted to do this. I was like, I need this. I've been waiting for this my entire life. Comes to surgery, and I am feeling all these things that I've never felt before. I couldn't stop crying. I was nervous. I was visibly shaking. And people in the hospital were really concerned for me, because I was, nothing could console me. My parents were there, and they kept asking me, do you want to do this? And I'm like, yes, I want to do this. So like, well, then why are you like this? And I'm like, I don't know. It's just my body's reaction. I don't know. The doctor finally came, and he asked me the same thing that everyone was asking me. Do you still want to do this? And I was like, yes, I still want to do this. Once he saw me and he gave the okay, that's when I got my tranquilizers. I don't know how much they gave me. I was in the room where they keep patients that are up for surgery. They keep them there, and then they start rolling them out to the operation rooms. I fell asleep before I even reached the operation room, and it was because all of the tranquilizers they gave me. I was not there. I was not there mentally when they gave me the anesthesia to go under. My surgery happened, and waking up. So I actually woke up inside the operation room when they were still stitching me up. I remember some doors opening up in front of me, and then I remember going through this hallway into another room where the doors go like this, and in that hallway the nurse tells me, I remember she tells me, okay, Alex, your surgery went well, we're now gonna move you into the recovery room. And I couldn't talk. I barely could move, because again, I was so drunk. So I remember I just did like this. I lifted up my hand enough to make a thumbs up. So I was in the recovery room for 3 hours. Quite honestly, it felt like an hour. Everything was just so entertaining to me. Everything was so entertaining. I was hearing conversations from other patients, and most of them were sleeping. I was just awake and so drugged. I remember I was in an immense amount of pain when I first arrived in the recovery room, because I was awake. I was not supposed to be awake yet. I still hadn't received any pain medication, so I was feeling all the things, and it was so bad. So finally, The nurses come, and I am super afraid of needles. Just letting you know. But when this lady comes with a pain medication shot, the needle was this big, and she tells me, okay, this goes in one of your butt cheeks. I was like, yeah, go ahead. I was so done with this pain. I saw that needle, it was like my saving grace. After the 3 hours, I get moved into my room. I was drinking water and Sprite, and then I had my IV, obviously, because they want you to pee as much as you can. I don't know why. Preparing for my surgery, I saw a lot of these videos talking about people's experiences. I watched it to get prepared, so let me prepare you. From the videos I watched, I saw 2 ways to get rid of the blood in your mouth. I saw people like not spit it, because you can't spit, but like pour their faces over a bucket and just let it fall. I don't know. Not doing that. Then I saw my preferred method, which is a little vacuum. It's almost like what you get at the dentist to like vacuum your saliva. It's the same thing. It's just a vacuum that you put in your mouth, and it like sucks up all the blood. My hospital thankfully had that. Oddly enough, just loved having that little vacuum there. I was put on anti-nausea medication my entire time I was giving it through my IV. So I never felt nauseous, I didn't throw up, and nothing like that happened. First night, I just had bags of ice on my face the entire night. I was told by everyone that came to see me that you could only see my eyes up because everything else was covered in ice. Something I forgot to mention. I was wearing compression socks, but like the type of compression socks where you plug them into the hospital bed and they like go like this. So I had them on for the entire night just to be safe, and they were also keeping me warm because hospitals can be really, really cold, and having lots of ice on my face obviously makes you feel colder. So next day comes around, my doctor sees me, and everything's fine. Thank God. I had gone to the bathroom a lot of times. I drank so much liquid, and I did not get a fever for the entire night. So I was given the green light to go home, and on March 11th, I went home. The first week I was on a liquid only diet. So for breakfast, I would have a banana and pineapple smoothie. My mom switched up the fruits every now and then, but I always had breakfast. I always had a smoothie as breakfast. Lunch, you got it again, another smoothie. And then for dinner, I would usually drink an Ensure. Medication-wise, I was given Tylenol with codeine, and I was given some antibiotics to prevent that infection. So a lot of people ask, like, is it really painful? Like, what is it like? I don't want to say it's painful, because if you take medication, then you don't feel it, but it is uncomfortable. I will say that. Like, your face is super swollen. This is where I'm going to show the pictures. This is when my mental health started taking a turn. I was feeling very down, very depressed, did not want to look into mirrors, and my room is full of them. I don't look pretty. I feel disgusting, because when you swell up, you're probably gonna see some pictures where I look very shiny. It's not because I was not washing my face. I was. It's because my face was so swollen. It was throbbing. Like, it was. And no video I saw talked about this, so maybe it didn't happen to them. But for me, I was so swollen. I was like, my face was oozing out oils. So I was oily and disgusting all the time. After my week was up and I had my first week post-op appointment, everything looked really good. Everything was doing fine. That's when my doctor told me I was like not as swollen as he was expecting me to come in. After my appointment, I went with my mom to the movies, and I wore like a hoodie so people couldn't see my super swollen face. And it was really depressing because I couldn't eat popcorn, which is one of my favorite things to do when I go to the movies. I love to eat popcorn. But instead, to make up for it, I had my first solid food, which was a tres leche. Be prepared for not chewing for 6 weeks. Second week, I started incorporating some solid food, so I had mashed potatoes, angel hair pasta. If you can eat it without chewing it, you should do it. You're fine, you're safe, and you also can't bite things. I forgot to mention that those 6 weeks, no physical activity. oh, you can't go to the beach, you can't take any sun. You can't take any sun, you can't go to the gym, you can't do anything, any physical activity, including that. So after 6 weeks, finally got the green light to eat solid foods. I still couldn't eat everything. Like, I couldn't eat sandwiches or a burger. Anything that I had to bite down on was out of the picture. But now I could eat things that I could chew. Like, this is something else that no one talked about in the videos for experience that I saw. I forgot how to chew. So this is where I mentally started going south. During this time in my life, I had a lot of things happen that I'm not very proud of. It was not my finest moment. I did a lot of things I regret to some friends I had at the time. I was mentally not okay. It's one thing to want the surgery for your entire life and you know you need it and get it. And it's another thing when you look at the mirror and you don't recognize who you are. So that's what was happening to me. I would look in the mirror, I would see a different face, and I was having a hard time recognizing that it was me. To fix that mental state of mine, I went to lots of therapy. My therapist does call it PTSD. Like, I did have PTSD at the time. I don't have it anymore. Now I recognize that this is my face. I actually closed my social media for an entire month that summer. So it was March and this is summer now. That summer I went off social media for I think a month and a half, maybe 2 months, something like that. And it was one of the best things I could have done for my head, for my mental state, for myself. I recommend you get off social media if you're feeling a little not mentally stable. So the verdict. Do I regret it? How do I feel about it now, 3 years later? I'm gonna put some before and after pics so you can see how my face changed. Do I regret it? No, I don't. It's something I needed to get done because jaws only get worse through time. Given the opportunity, if I had to, I probably would do it again. Mentally, I'd be really effed up about it, but I could fight through it. The issue that I'm having right now is that you saw that I still have an open bite because of what I explained earlier in the video. I actually have an appointment to go see my surgeon later this month because I think it's opening up again. I don't know if it is. Might be my brain. I just know that post-op, like those first few months post-op, I could go like this, like I could go like this with my teeth and my front teeth would like bump into each other. I was so excited because I never in my life could do that. I was so excited that I could bump my teeth into each other. 3 years later, I can't do that anymore. That's my biggest indicator that things have changed. I don't want to discourage you from getting it done. This is not to do that. If you need it, get it done. I don't regret it at all. Was it something super trying for me? Yes. Was it something I always wanted? Yes. And I don't regret getting it at all. I don't, because I had a hard time accepting my new face, but it's also the prettiest I've ever felt. And it's the prettiest I've been told by people, and hear people comment on how much prettier I look. Since then, it's something nice to hear. And I can also eat sandwiches now, which I couldn't do before. I can eat burgers in front of guys and not feel super horrible. It's an experience. It's a lot. Jaw surgery is not for the weak. If anything, you're hella strong for going through jaw surgery because damn, that's insane. Alright guys, so if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you like my content, and don't forget to ring the notification bell so you never miss out on an upload from me. I'm Alex Marie, this is Cupcake Daisy, and this is my jaw surgery experience. I'm gonna go. Bye.